polluted this holy place with the machines and their wretched city.
No, but I just came back from destroying a machine city, and I think we want the same thing. I also hate pollution.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
+5 respect
15.
for Eco Warrior faction.
I'm Green Party, man. I'm Green Party.
Save the turtles, bro.
Save the turtles.
Not monetizing the video, everybody. We've gone down this.
We might as well get it over with.
Yeah, just get all. It has to all be in this VOD.
Turn all out now.
No, to
The violence, the
It's gonna be
scooting,
the most
pooping,
wild
get it
episodes.
over with.
Oh shit, that too?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, we
shit.
got the,
No,
we
wait
got the
until after.
Santisco
Wait until you
scene later.
graduate. I lied.
But Dad.
Dad, you can't date until you're 25, young lady. Right? If you have a gate open, it's a two-way street. So
Let's
they could just come right back through. Go ahead.
Okay, that's like a bad roll, but like
I think I could help with that.
if someone just heals me as I'm doing it, like I could keep this going all day.
What have I done? Okay, Avalor.
I could probably seal it one way, the gate.
I can at
When I
least
was
get
studying
25.
last night, I learned how to create a kind of a bridge that can support my friends but won't let my enemies step upon it. If I just cast it vertically in front of the gate, they couldn't move back through it.
Ooh.
What are they cooking?
let them cook.
The last thing that guy said before I ate him was James. I swear to God, I don't know what's going on.
Ooh.
Thank you, Lux Lately. Wonderful. Oh, fuck me running.
Yeah, that fire, we dodged it. Ariana didn't. But that's why we all woke up. So...
Dragon's fire.
Dragon. Okay, you talked to the dragon?
Oh yeah, that guy sucked. He just kept wanting us to say his name and open the big bad door and he's gonna destroy the world and kill anyone we ever want. But I won't. I can kill anybody I want. I don't know what some statue's gonna do, but he doesn't even know his own name. Boomer much? But anyway, so like But you've slain dragons before. If you can do it, then
These are the dragons of the world before. Let's say Mia Hethil, because he's right in the middle of 3-player characters. So, him in particular.
I take it the burning didn't kill it.
Yeah, roll 1d10, but it's fire resistant, so. Bonk.
Where is Mr. Reaction with a ward guy?
He used it. That shit's gone.
Oh, gone for
Bonk.
forever?
Well, until his next long range. A long rest.
La 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 la. La la la.
Don't need no words. We're dealing with these fucking idiots.
That should be one of your sub sounds on your channel.
It should be. It really should be.
Well, so much for my terrifying monster. Guess I'll just, die.
Pulls pin, throws pin.
Arbiter,
Yes, Grandmaster.
you get to jump in on this one.
I come in hot, white, glowing wings flared out. I've got the cheapest metal chair that you could possibly find. It's like I've got 10 or 20 years of repressed rage behind this chair. I'm rolling to hit with this chair. Oh, that's good. That's good. That'll hit. That's 16.
This cat one-shot is the most heinous betrayal and morally compromising action I've seen in a campaign, and I run supervillain games.
Charisma? What am I doing?
Wisdom saving throw. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
I swear to God, I'm gonna murder you, Maddie. Okay. 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 wisdom. Fuck me.
Oh no.
No, so this is what happens. Ready? I go, come out, and then I hear put him back. I go, radio.
Yeet.
And then I go, yeet.
Freestyle.
Okay, everyone, just believe in yourself, okay? You need to be able to just stretch your bony little arms out and let go of Bolshaya. Richard Simmons, by the way, in case no one realizes what I'm doing. And I'm going to hit some persuasion.
They were on their way to find Sig, Ariana's tutor, the head of magical botany, and someone who had already been a vector for the Infernals in a previous incident. And if Unter Mialu, the library cat, would get off of my stream deck so I could run the show, that would be fantastic.
Oh, is it Athalor time? Let me at him. Let me at that.
Regards. Regards.
I'll kill that little.
All right.
So that's great. I honestly don't get to talk that often. People don't really get to hear what I have to say. And let me tell you, I got a lot to say. I got wouldn't even believe. I see a no one even pays attention to me. I'm just up in the trees doing my own thing. Except for Hootie. Hootie! Holy that dude. He got some that he wants to tell you. I'll tell you right now. Oh my gosh. That bird's got mouth on him. You think I'm like this? Oh my goodness. If looks could kill, that bird would be the most dangerous thing in this entire forest. My God.
It's more about what we're going to accomplish. I think this is, it's beyond just me. I'll be okay.
It is beyond us.
Taps Mason's shoulder and, well, our last friend died, but I'll make sure you don't.
I lost 2 friends.
Oh, sorry, 2. Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
I'm
But you're
going
different.
to.
You're built different.
I'm gonna take that as it was supposed to be comforting. So thank you, Garnet.
Then tell me everything you believe may have occurred.
You ever heard of the ass snake?
I don't know.
Oh, he said ass snake.
I don't know what they preach where you come from, mortal, but that's not actually a problem. We don't really care. That's, whatever keeps being alive joyful, you keep being alive joyful. That's not my concern.
Do you ever feel like the luck or whatever it is that's gotten you forward is going to run out at some point? Or that you can just keep going forward?
I'm pretty worried about myself all the time, but I consider Garnet a protagonist, so generally she's okay.
What? We're all main characters, and
So you're like the main character. Garnet, you know?
We're all the main characters of this story, okay? Fourth wall just punching. It like touches Athalor's elven armor. See, this is plot armor.
Okay, good point.
I think I like panned up my map and I saw that Bronx Kirby was just engulfed. Oh my fire! Oh, God! Python rolls and up and on fire! I think you'll
about eating a mushroom. It's getting really hard to hear you.
I'm gonna take the last bit of the alcohol that Violetta handed me, and I'm just gonna splash John in the face.
All right.
Oh, that get in your eyes? Oh.
John
Well-
falls to his feet and starts crying.
Well, that. I think I preferred the dancing.
I would like to sit on the saddle of the cavalier and misty step myself onto the horse.
Oh damn! That's what, you got that for your birthday.
What the actual are you doing?
I'm riding a horse.
I'm on a horse. You're on a greasy horse, but you're on a horse.
Welcome, everyone, to the episode immediately preceding the 169th episode of Book of Dawn Ioth Academy. I am Tormented by Gnomes, your game master. This is my familiar, Bert. And this is our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Magic School campaign. I am joined, aside from by Bert, by Crowan, Leg Day, and Lemon Kiwi. Crowan, how's it going?
Pretty good. It's getting warmer, so I like that because, you know, Minnesota winters last like 7 months, and I hate it. I started going outside, being active. Oh God, what happened? Bert, no.
That looks like a spillage.
Did he just?
No.
Bert may have just peed on something or spilled a thing. Oh, Bert, those mischievous familiars. Oh my God, that pizza looks so good. I'm so jealous.
All right, pizza.
Oh my God,
my
no.
God.
Reminded me that I'm hungry.
Pizza content stream. It's our stream.
Yeah.
Moderator's asleep. Rise up.
Mods are asleep. Show peanuts.
Show peanuts.
I just wolfed down so many fucking shrimp. Absolutely just chunked my way through like a punnet of them.
Like a little like shrimp
Quick, level
cocktail
up.
thing, or?
Yeah, like just some king prawns.
Ooh, okay.
Just a raw dog and a bunch of prawns. Because it's in
Is
the
that,
fridge and ready to eat.
Is that UK dinner? You know, that's how they do it.
Not girl dinner, UK dinner.
That show starts in 2 minutes, dinner.
Yep.
Oh. So what? Are you feeling better, Crying?
Yeah, I was like kind of sick, I guess, which resulted in the headache last week, and then I was like kind of sick for a few days.
I would like to report that
But,
Bert
I'm
has
better.
been fired. When I'm done cleaning the coffee off of my desk, I will be back.
I knew it.
Yep, it was a spell.
I don't have a
Oh,
military
Bert.
reaction against migraines personally. I've had enough of those.
Yeah, migraines.
Still have a keyboard.
Yeah. Oh, if it's not on the keyboard, should be fine.
Well, what if it is? Uh-oh.
I haven't spilled anything on my keyboard before. I know some people who are absolutely
Ooh, wow.
serial keyboard spillers.
I've done it like
killed two
twice,
keyboards.
maybe.
Yeah.
You've killed them? I've just like left it upside down for like a day and then it started working again, I guess. And I did it, but you got unlucky.
Wait, I have questions here about how you spill on your keyboard. What side of your desk do you keep your drink on? 'Cause mine's on the left, and I've never even come close to spilling it. Because like if I was gesticulating, I'd knock it away from my keyboard.
Yeah, it's funny because on my left right now, I have my water bottle. On my right, I had my cup of tea that I had earlier. So I guess both.
Okay, so you're just living in the danger zone. That's
Yeah,
how it keeps
so it's just
happening.
Chaos, you know.
Absolute multi-boxer of liquids.
I guess
I
keep it on the
fried my
right.
graphics card.
Oh,
It was
no.
on my right, and I was like
Oh.
typing and did. Oh, I think I needed to sneeze, so I went to go press my mute button, which is right where my drink was.
Ooh.
So I whipped my arm, and my PC is on the other side of my desk, and it like leaked over. And I'm so medicated that I don't fucking react to things anymore. I don't know, but I was like, oh, I should get that, and like I started getting it, and then it starts leaking on the other side of the
Oh my
desk.
God,
and
it's
then
everywhere.
I was like, yeah, basically that reaction.
Oh no.
Holy shit, those are fucking powerful meds when you spill coffee on the graphics card, like Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, that sucks.
That took a little too well. What the?
Talk to your doctor about Wellbutrin.
Literally.
Ask
And
your
yeah, 2
apothecary.
keyboards. Because same thing, like I'll be like doing something and then I bring my arm back over and then my drink would be on the right and I do one of these. But now my
Ah.
drinks are on the left. That is
Yeah.
the safe zone.
But
The
I
safe
feel
zone.
like the left side drink is for safe zone.
That's true. I used to go on the right, but then my cat like jump on my desk.
Yeah, if you have
It's like, move to my
left is not safe. I feel like if you're on the right and you're right-handed, you're liable to just like over aim like with your mouse as well and just punch it.
I guess I'm not like flicking. I'm not playing no FPS games. I'm too old for that. So
What are you
I guess it's
playing
pretty
these days,
safe.
Crowan?
That's a good question. I'm
Or
playing
in the
real. I'm playing
vamping
real
segment.
life.
Oh damn!
A lot. But I actually been playing a little bit Claire Obscure recently because that game's goated. I actually just some like MMO dropped yesterday called like Crystals of Atlan that my friends are playing. So I was just playing that a little bit today.
Are you guys gonna play the Riot MMO when it comes out?
Oh, absolutely. You're not gonna hear from me for.
I am waiting for that to ruin my life.
Absolutely, I'm so down. MMO's like my favorite genre of games, but it just like sucks how they're kind of dead now. So surely the right MMO will be good and save MMOs forever. Copium. Yeah.
I try and avoid them. The last MMO that I played, I dumped 1.5 years of game time into.
What'd you play?
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
I've heard good things about it, but I never really played it.
It was pretty good. I was a ranked PvP demon.
Ooh, okay.
But of course, there was no esports scene over there because there were like 6 of us.
Yeah.
I was a complete guilty.
the culprit.
Guilty.
Bert, you're fired.
The way he just got yeeted is so funny.
Remove this creature from my presence.
I was expecting like coffee hands or like some brown stains on it somewhere.
The guilty dripping hands of a
The
criminal.
culprit, Your Honor.
Bert didn't even look guilty at all.
We caught him
Just chilling.
brown-handed. Brown poured, I suppose. Doesn't like he even has the mash to knock over a coffee. I mean, must have put some real oomph into that one.
Like jump down from gnomes, landed on it.
Oh, true. They did have a launch pad.
Mm-hmm.
Had to put some proper logistics into that and get the leverage down.
Had some velocity. Dangerous.
Well, hello there.
Welcome back.
That looked fun.
That was a latte too. Everything's gonna be sticky.
Oh.
Ooh. Hate to see it.
Where were we? Who was talking?
Oh, I think I was yapping about how I'm old because I went to go play frisbee for a few hours a couple days ago, and I still feel it in my body. So yeah.
Holy, the post frisbee shakes.
Yeah, it's like I just like don't use those muscles anymore. I guess like I'm just not active, so I'm just like, oh fuck, I need to like go outside more and like do
Touch
active
grass.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna play D&D instead. Legs, how are things?
Not bad. I'm pre-nicing right now, ready for episode 169. It's gonna be great.
That unplugged one of my monitors.
This guy actually has like a hacker tech tree or something. Bro's fully spec'd into disruption.
Got a net runner on the other side.
True.
I'm in.
Oh, your Cyberpunk campaign with Lafon looked very fun.
It's fun.
I had a good time watching. Paul's character is incredibly funny as well. The live stream aspect, I really dig it. And the map they made for the map they made for net running, that was so sick.
Yeah, yeah, that
Fried
was
his
awesome.
computer because there were so many animations.
Yeah, like it was a struggle to get it running, but the concept's amazing.
Lemon, aside from the Cyberpunk show and the fact that you've got like a lot of D&D this week, what's going on? How are things?
Yeah. Valorant season all finished up, so now it's D&D season, unemployed season, if you will.
The
But,
fallow. The harvest is lying fallow.
Whatever.
Everyone wish Leg Day and I good luck on our Marvel Rivals applications.
True.
Good luck.
By the end of next week, we'll know how fucked we are.
Yeah, how unemployed we really are.
By the end of next week, we'll know if we're doing extra episodes.
5 days a week until you're 90.
We are I need to finish this campaign. We are doing it every single day until we're done. We are speed running to the end. When last we left our heroes, they were in the holy city of Brontha on the day called the Feast of Glass, the high holy day of Zalar the Sunrider. It is also Garnet's birthday. They are inside the city. They've been going about with a couple of their friends. It's a very emotional time for Garnet as she struggles with her connection to this city and her use of the power of the void, which is the antithesis of the eternal rebirth that the Phoenix represents. Along the way, as they've been going through the city, they were guided by an old caretaker who called himself Agelham. But as they continued to move through the city, they realized that nobody else could see him, and whenever they asked other people about him, they just didn't respond, like they didn't even hear them say anything. Eventually, they used the Gem of True Seeing and looked at him, and through there, he gave off this burning aura of light, like the sun itself, and 2 huge burning phoenix wings emerged from his back. They now believe, and he has not dissuaded them from believing, that he is an avatar, manifestation, proxy, some representation of the Sunrider himself. And he is also Garnet's father, Amosis Tosaka, who lingered in this world after he died in order to try to guide and protect her. And as our heroes have been working on dark magic in order to resurrect Ika Elnau, the Archmage of the Academy, who died protecting Garnet, this proxy of Zalar has offered, Amosis, her father, has offered to let go and sacrifice himself so that Elnau can live again. This will begin at sunset, which is the moment in the Zalarian rite that represents death, the transition point from light into darkness, from life to death. They have also gone about the city, going shopping, talking to Spymaster Seer. Garnet is highly suspicious of Spymaster Seer, and when we meet our heroes, and we'll just go ahead and reunite everybody for the sake of convenience. When everybody regroups, it is outside of Seer's wing of the palace, where Garnet has just performed a test. And as usual, I'm going to allow you, when all of you ready up, we will move on to the next theme.
Did Corin have any idea of what Mason's been doing in the intervening time with Sven?
How long has like gone by?
Probably about 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Probably talking to some of the people of Brontha, I suppose, just about like this day, kind of like, you know, what it means, just kind of getting some like cultural enrichment, learning.
Cool. Picking up the lore.
Yeah.
You reunite, and we can say that the other kids are with you or they are separate at the moment, but you reunite with Athalor and with Garnet outside of Master Seer's palatial estate on the palace grounds. You may all choose simply to skip forward to evening or the next scene, or you can do a scene here. What would you like to do?
Oh, I guess I informed the party of what was the name that he said?
Igor.
Oh.
Igor.
This is not something. This is something we have to roll 100 for, right?
No.
No. Igor's not an infernal. They're a warlord, if I remember correctly. They were a leader that if I remember correctly, Berthotlo was supposed to have assassinated to try and cripple the armies of one of the hordes.
Who is Igor affiliated with?
That's going to be an intelligence check from me.
Mm-hmm.
Which horde? I think maybe, but yeah, the Teletubbies.
Haven't heard of that horde.
I'm not sure what one of a ruin that walks hordes.
Right. They're a warlord?
Yeah.
But wait, so they weren't assassinated?
Maybe
Sven has actually says,
the bomb.
I'm pretty sure he was assassinated. He's the one who led the Sinister Horde through, like, he never lost.
Oh, Sinister Horde, not the Teletubbies.
No, not the Teletubbies. You're thinking of the other secret inferno.
Yeah.
No, he never lost. He led the Sinister Horde across Naramu, through Brontha's army, all of those battles. He didn't fight with them after we paid him a visit.
Do you know if there was a kill confirm, a head brought back?
I wasn't there, you know. They don't run everything past me, but as far as I hear, he was pretty dead.
In what context? In what context are we learning about this name here?
What did you
Oh,
do, Garnet? You said that you did
Right.
something.
Yeah, I summoned because he likes little monsters and stuff. So in order to just have a good relationship with each other, I offered him one of my voidlings to study, namely the Shadow Stalker, which when you say someone's name, it'll tell you the location or can guide you to where they are and whatnot. And we sort of watched using one of my spells what name maybe he'd be interested in going after, and he dropped Igor.
Interested in going after. Well, it certainly implies that he's not dead, you know?
The stalker moved after that name was spoken. Like, rolled out. Towards the southeast.
Do you know if they can find a corpse, Garnet?
Should I roll
Does the ability say
Arcana?
creature? Because corpses are not creatures. Corpses are objects.
Pull up his thingy. Chooses a target. The stalker knows the direction and distance as long as the target. I'll just post it. 2 of them are on the same plane of existence.
Doesn't specify.
Target.
But if it's dead, it wouldn't be on the same plane because it'd be underworld, maybe? Or
Right. And things don't usually last, like, when you die and you pass to the underworld, you're not you for very long. Most people break down fairly quickly. So, like,
become soul juice.
Exactly.
I mean, it points to him being alive. Sven, you might have to tip off the Bartholins about this.
I'm not.
If nothing
It's
else,
not.
for the
It's not the work.
reputation.
It's the. Yeah.
Now they want to
Yep.
leave a job half done.
I'll let Juljit's table know.
The Burning Eyes Horde. They're what? For south of us? Southeast?
Burning Eyes. They're east southeast, more east than south.
They're going to be more of a Dune Rider problem first.
Marrowrend is up to the north. Nanry just dealt with the Knoll Raveners that were attacking them. Yeah, it's odd. It's too early to say. I mean, it could have just been going around an obstacle or something, as far as we know. Like, it's probably in that direction, but we didn't get a compass reading. It's not that precise. Not until it gets closer, right?
It's just bad timing, potentially. If Igor returns to the Burning Eyes, it seems like at the moment there's issues with the Dune Riders. They might not be able to put up a unified front.
Yeah. Yeah.
Garnet, is your tracker stalker thing scryable?
you could try. It was kind of on its last leg when I let it go.
Yeah, it was pretty close to unspawning, unsummoning when you did that. I don't
Hmm.
know if you had 10 minutes of juice left in it or not.
I'm just thinking maybe tomorrow after all this is done, we can summon another one, right?
Yeah.
And we'll just let it loose.
Do we
Makes
want
Nellerin
that?
do it. Just have Nellerin cast something. It's going to be easier, and it's not going to involve summoning
true.
anything. Yeah?
Oh, but it's so cool when she summons it. Yeah, we'll let that.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll ask Nellerin. Good call, good call. I guess we've got our own big magical event to worry about first.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate. Who knows? I mean, we've got a god on our side. How bad could it go?
Hey, well, this next little death, okay, neighbor. This next death portion is featuring you, I guess, Athalor. They're celebrating you, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll be able to, chill with Wallagash. I'm sure that he'll have some spiel about the cycle. And maybe we get Elnau back. Hopefully. We get Elnau back.
Agleham or my dad, I guess, is gonna help with this. I don't know. I guess we'll have to leave the sage and everyone else out of it. I guess they don't have to know. Right?
I mean, the sage would probably be happy to be doing this with Zalar's blessing. I imagine her biggest conflict was probably with it going against the cycle, but if the Phoenix themselves, has input into this, it's kind of a blessing of the resurrection in a way, saying, this is okay, as opposed to us kind of brute forcing it through magic math.
Gonna be kind of hard to hide this when she, if she comes back.
I mean,
Sage
I'm
is-
not gonna
is
hide
gonna
it.
know
Just,
something.
I just think she's busy, and seems like we have this handled with sort of kind of divine intervention. Sure about the whole body part, but I don't know. Find out, I guess.
Aguham said it would take all of us, but didn't specify anything more than that. So as long as you guys are in, take it as it comes.
Would you like to proceed to the Temple of the Third Pillar?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. As the sun continues to lower down into the sky, approaching the western horizon, somewhere off that way is the Endless Ocean and many of the other priest kingdoms, all of which lie behind Brontha, which stands between them and their enemies. And because of this, Brontha has known more than their fair share of death. There are a great many names being remembered tonight. Countless soldiers and warriors who did not come home from the war against the sinister horde, who died in foreign lands trying in vain to save the lives of others. It's a cathartic moment, not necessarily a purely sad one, because there has been good news and there have been blessings since then. So this is a chance to grieve when it feels safe to grieve, instead of continuing to just hold on and hold on and hold on, because there's never a moment between threats and dangers. And as that spreads over the city, and thousands upon thousands of candles and torches fill every window and every steep staircase of the ziggurats and different plazas of this place, you and your little coterie of folks make your way to the Temple of the Third Pillar. Athalor, the last time you were here, you died. I think, unless you visited since then. And, it seems somewhat odd The temple is built like all 4 temples are built, where on the day of the year that corresponds to the 3rd pillar, to death, the sun sets precisely between the 2 raised columns on either side. Today, it's still within those bounds, but not in the exact dead center. Nonetheless, the people have all come out and sort of shifted in the city towards the western side of things in this moment of remembrance. As you are standing there, making your way through the crowds, Agalham is at the foot of the ziggurat, looking up towards it and looking up towards the setting sun. Upon your arrival, he says, almost done. Almost there.
The work of the day?
Will you come with me, Athalor? Before I have to go.
Yes. Go where it doesn't matter. Yeah.
You burned on top of the ziggurat, but Agalham is taking you towards doors that lead under it, inside the structure at the base. Much of the ziggurat temple is solid stone, but there are chambers within. And he leads you, leaving the others behind, through twisting catacombs that are naturally very dark. He says nothing until he arrives, and unless you break the silence, it will hold.
Athel remains in silence.
Okay. Finally, you arrive in a chamber at the very heart, the very center of the bottom of the ziggurat, the temple of the 3rd pillar, the temple of death. There's very little in this room. It's somewhat square-shaped with tunnels leading out in all 4 cardinal directions. And in the middle, there's a basin, almost a fountain, but with no structure in the middle of it, just like a round pool. And the pool is filled not with water, but with ashes. And Agalham reaches down and takes a fistful of the ashes and then lets them slip between his fingers, falling back to the ground, just sort of moving his fingers, watching the veil of ashes change as it drops. You are owed not a gift. You are owed justice.
I have a great many who I wish justice upon.
These 4 kingdoms are not just. That was never part of their design, their creation. Right and wrong and fair and true are not properties of the cosmos. And so as the cycle turns, those who are kind to others suffer, and those who are cruel to others prosper. And it remains so without intervention. And in so doing, sorrow comes to those who have not earned it. I have a chance to, if not undo what has been done, then at least give you a small measure of justice. Will you accept it?
Give me justice.
He reaches down, he scoops up a big old handful of the ashes and reaches towards you.
Athlor comes closer and cups his hands underneath to take the ashes.
He lets them slip and fall into your hands. And as they do, they billow outwards, flooding the entire chamber, obscuring it in swirling clouds, far more than first appeared to be in this room. And in that dull gray ruin, sparks and embers begin to light up, igniting from those same ashes. And they burn all around you. And in the midst of the fire that has taken this place away stands your mother, Nivera an Castle Tenera, with the last of the ashes trickling out of her hands.
Mom?
Her hands part and she sees you and she rushes over and almost crushes you. And you can feel her racked with sobs as she's holding on to you and like just feeling your hair, just the presence of you, the physicality of you, the reality of you.
Sorry, I couldn't stop them.
No,
I couldn't stop.
No, Athlor, I'm so sorry. None of this should have happened. Damn it. I'm so sorry. You deserved so much better.
That should have been there to help you.
No. None of this should have happened in the first place. This should never have concerned you. It should never have concerned us, any of us. God, I spent so much time when I thought that loving you was positioning you for success and putting things, opportunities in your path and tilting the scales in your favor, and that was just part of it. There was so much more that I wish that I had done instead.
The way of courted ruin, but all you ever sent me was love. I wish it wasn't you. I felt like you were all I had left.
She holds you even tighter when you say that, clearly distraught. Oh, I'm not. You have friends. You have people who care for you. You've been brilliant and good to others, and that's what you have now, okay? That's what you have to hold on to. Everything that you've put out is going to come back to you somehow.
I've got Mom, I put so much effort into bringing someone back from the dead. But it's not you. I wish it was you. But it's not.
I wish we didn't have to keep making these bigger choices. It just it figures that after I spent my whole life just chasing after prestige for the family name and power and status and little things that, and in the end, we both chose what actually matters. And that means we have to pay for that. That means that I can't be the one who comes back.
I want to be greedy so badly.
I know. I spent my whole life being greedy, and you deserve the same, but Aethelor, she takes you by the shoulders and like puts her forehead, pulls you away just enough and puts her forehead against you and says, Aethelor, your father is very, very lost. He's gone further than I thought. And I wonder in the end if I know him. From here, I can see that I do. There's nothing that he can do to deserve forgiveness. I don't care about that. I don't care if you forgive him. You have the peace to make whatever choice you're forced to make, whatever you have to do. But I think he knows that he's gone too far. And I think he doesn't want to be where he is anymore. Even if he can't undo anything that he's done, if he decides to do something else, make a different choice, not for my sake, not for your sake, but for the world's sake. And for your sake, for your safety. He should regret. And he should act on that regret. I don't think it's too late for that.
Is there something I can tell him? Some echo of his heart that went out to you that would remind him of what we had, what we were?
I think the best thing that you can do is be his son and stand against him. Because there's nothing he'll recognize more than that.
And I will be as your son too. Brave and headstrong. And
better.
I miss you.
She wraps you up again, and you can feel the tears coming down her cheeks on your shoulders. You are the best thing that I've ever made. And of all the works in Onderud, none make me as proud as you. You are the strongest, and the loveliest, and the purest. And I love you so much.
I love you, Mom. Goodbye.
She holds you one more time and kisses you on the forehead. And then drifts off, not as ashes, but as embers, as sparks from a campfire. And even as she does so, you can feel that warmth. And then you are a boy standing in a chamber filled with ashes, with barely any light.
Athel kind of like slumps to his knees and just looks up at Agoham. Thank you.
Small justice.
Big meeting.
Come. The sun is setting.
Athelor stands up and joins him outside.
Okay. When Agalham and Athelor emerge, barring any attempt to disguise it on your part, Athelor, he looks.
He
wrecked. He looks wrecked.
He meets up with us, or
Yeah, he comes back out the way that he came.
is everything okay? What happened?
I got to talk to her before she went. Agoham shared me my mum. The real one. I got what I needed. And I hope she did as well.
I'm glad you got that. Mason walks up and just like puts an arm around Athelor.
Athel kind of just like buries his head in Mason's collar and hide me. I'm a dignitary. I can't look like this.
Don't worry. I won't say you like this, but even if they did, I don't think anyone with a heart would blame you.
I'm so sorry. She hugs him from the front while Mason's wrapped around.
It's a good day for goodbyes.
It's
I know you
ever a
miss
good
him,
day for that.
Some of them feel better than others. I'm glad I have you two. All of you.
Yeah. Glad I have you as well. Glad we have each other.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
The sun is setting. It's time. And as High Priest Wallagash and countless flame followers dressed in the red and orange robes of the priesthood walk up the front steps of the temple up to its height, the place where Athelor's old body burned. Agalham instead leads all of you through the catacombs, through dark and twisting tunnels, places filled with dust mixed with ash, places that few have walked. And by secret ways, when you emerge, you are standing outside the city. You can see the temple rising up now to the east, the temple of the setting sun on the wrong side of the sky. But the sun itself, as it begins to cross the horizon, burns red and low directly upon you. The entire world is cast in this crimson blood red tone. And out here on the open plain, Agalham turns to you each and says, "Show me what you have learned."
Takes out some of her notes of the ritual, and I think we have notes on the soul reconstitution spell.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the academy had stuff about the body part. I give them everything we have. I don't know.
Mama Shimada, why are you like this?
Oh boy.
Why would you play a high-level void card right now? Just not. That's downright unchristian.
It's just un-Jesus behavior.
Oh, okay. This isn't so bad for the moment. This is not going to interrupt this. This is not going to cast everything into horribility. All right, it's cool. It's cool. We're going to begin. And he gestures for you to start preparing the spells and rites that you have been working on for so long, it seems. What was each of your roles as you were preparing for the reconstitution and restoration of Master Elmau?
I'm supposed to be the one who conjures the memories to, I don't know, attract her soul back to this place so that we could place it in a body, or worst case, the ring of mind shielding until we find a good vessel.
Begin. He points to Athalor. You.
I would modify the spell matrices to accept a soul as a component to allow it to be transplanted.
Begin. And you, he looks to Mason.
That's a good question. I don't actually remember what Mason's supposed to do.
Does anyone
It's
remember
not
what
my
it
notes.
Does anyone else remember what it was?
I
Something about the circle?
Circle up,
Yeah.
Buttercup?
I believe Mason was
Whoa.
doing circles and also maybe some I remember. Mason was doing a rune circle like Dubasif's in order to make sure that the soul didn't escape after it was attracted.
Oh, like a ceiling kind of modified ceiling kind of circle.
So you're going
Okay.
to create the ritual space around all of you. That's your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Roll either a toolkit that's applicable or just an Arcana check. Either way, advantage because you have the rune juice.
All right. Let's see it. Ooh. Oh no. Lucky dice. Lucky dice.
But are they lucky?
They are.
Okay.
Okay, 21.
All right. 21, we'll take it. Mason goes around chiseling the runes into the sandstone at your feet. Then Athalor, I believe you would be responsible for beginning the actual conjuration of energies with a receptacle in the matrix for accepting a soul, right?
Mm-hmm. Now the ring of mind shielding, because there's no body. Garnet, if I could. The ring.
No. There's no need.
Juanita?
And I shall leave a space for a receptacle. Athalor flicks out the quill as it starts to float in midair, guides it around Mason's circle, and where these runes are carved, they start getting filled in with this glowing golden ink that's creating this like updraft of heavenly light below them. And I have 20 points worth of magic in this quill to dump.
Okay. Damn.
With a bunch of it being lunar magic if necessary.
Ooh. Ooh. Neat.
Neato.
Okay. As the rune circle holds steady and the shimmering silver light begins to accumulate, Garnet, Aglaham gestures for you to step forward.
And her hands are visibly shaking as she does not approach right away.
You can do this.
I can't. I'd have to say goodbye to him forever once this is done, once today is done.
Everyone does.
Oh, you're here while Marathon's here. Or Bronth's here. He's not gone, can it?
He walks forward and he takes both of your hands in his. They're strong and slightly calloused and not familiar anymore, but they feel like they could have been. And they close gently around yours. Each of us faces goodbye someday. All of us. But I get to say goodbye to somebody wonderful. Someone who is going to change the world. Not everybody gets to do that.
Are you leaving right after this ritual or later today or?
He nods. This is goodbye. But I promised I wouldn't leave you with nothing. One last birthday gift.
I wish I remembered every moment we shared and everything you said. And I mean, you clearly love me so much, and I mean, I must have loved you too, but the moment this ritual, the other ritual gave me my life back, I lost the substance that made it worth living. I lost you forever. And I lost just my vision of the future because you must have been the light that guided me there. And I don't know what I'm gonna do without you.
You will walk not by one light, but by 1,000. Burning all around you, some of which you will start yourself, others will be held for you. I know the path ahead has so much darkness in it, but you are strong enough to walk through it. You understand it. You've felt it. You know what it's like to be utterly and completely alone, and you know what it is like. I promise you know what it's like to be loved. You can contain both. You will grow, and you will find a path, and it will be the wrong one, and you'll turn aside from that, and you'll find a new path, and that might be the wrong one. But with each step, you will keep moving forward. I promise you. And as long as you never stop stepping forward, the place you find yourself will be where you're meant to be.
She'll still hold his hand as she, I guess, walks in the circle.
Yeah, he lets go of one, but continues to hold the other. Athlor, roll an Arcana check for me, please. This can be with charisma, spellcraft check, or a dawn magic check. I think we had something in there for that, right? Yeah.
That's going to be a natural 20, boss.
Okay.
Oh shit.
He's focused. He's locked in.
Yeah, Athelor's got the artisan soul with him at the moment.
Mm-hmm. You're standing in this circle of binding runes that separates the space within from the world without. Even though the sun is still on the horizon and its light still pours over the land and the voices and songs of the Bronthans are behind you and a great bonfire is being extinguished in time with the setting sun on top of it, and there are thousands of prayers and names being remembered as thousands of candles and torches are extinguished one by one in memory of those who have died. All of that is out there. And all there is in here. Surrounded by mantras, runes, and Athalor's swirling power that rings cold and clear and calm as the full moon on a cloudless night. Remember her.
She closes her eyes and takes out a stone engraved IE, the sending stone she shared with Master L now. Sort of talking to it or looking down at it, but using that to focus on my voice is fucked. We first met when I appeared in her office when Mirik sent me, and she wasn't stoked, but this was a safer place than where I was, and she was a safe person. And we got really close over the years, and we didn't always agree. She never really trusted me, I felt like. The biggest severance we had was when I took in the void from the book, not thinking of the consequences. I just wanted to put my brain to sleep because I was so sad all the time. And then she took my book and did the same to herself, trying to teach me using guilt like Mirik used to do. And she had no idea how much I hated myself because of that. And sometimes her anger overrode everything else, even me. Like when she hit the Emerald Golem in Onderwood and almost killed me as a result. It's a lot of difficult moments, but no matter what, she was my teacher, she was my best friend, and maybe the mom I always wanted. And in our final moments, the last thing I'll ever remember of her was how angry she was, looking at me and walking in and pushing me to the side. And I was always such a burden to her, and it's all my fault. The Book of Dawn, the Staff of the Archmage, and her, and everything. She holds the stone tightly.
Ogleham closes his hand around yours, the free hand that does not contain the stone. In one hand, you hold the link to the mother you never had, and in the other, you hold the father that you've forgotten. And there is a quiet moment. And then Aika Elnau. And fire. Burning light. The hand you hold bursts into flames. The figure standing inside the circle erupts. And the last red light sets over the horizon. The darkness of night begins to overtake the sky. And the man who stood there as caretaker, as Athalor's mother, as Garnet's father, burns with no visible pyre but that which comes from within. And as this flame erupts, this solar surge burns through. Garnet, roll a charisma check for me, please. 17. Okay. Athalor. The place, both the source of power that you needed and the place for it to go, are suddenly upon you. And they rush towards you like an explosion. Roll a spellcraft check for me, please.
Oh boy.
$11.
Ooh, I'm gonna drop a lucky die on that one.
All right.
Please do better, please do better, please do better, please do better.
27.
Ooh, 27, that is a bit better.
Okay. This burning surge of life, almost like a scream in a way, flings into your minds, the hands of your power, and in the other hand, suddenly something starts to emerge like it's being pulled from a forge, like it is a piece of metal that has been bent and shaped and reforged and tempered once again. The fire and the metal both in your hands, and you have the strength and the will to combine them. Crowan, please roll an Arcana check with advantage.
All right.
13.
Oh, it's another lucky dice.
Oh, shit.
13.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
The runes begin to crack. The light that burns is contained entirely inside this circle, but it's beginning to push its way out. There is too much to hold. Is there anything you can do?
I think realizing that it's kind of starting to, and it's a little bit of panic, and kind of
Chat has granted
quietly
you
says it at first.
the blessing of the golden god and a single automatic natural 20 on a skill or ability check that you may use.
Oh shit.
What the?
That's the time.
Automatic natural 20. That's crazy. I
Do you want to use that? I interrupted you.
Yeah. I think Mason will partially at first like start to panic, but quickly calms himself down and looks at the specific spots where the runes are breaking, and using the natural 20 and kind of has like this like light bulb moment epiphany click of like trying to remember back to Dubasif's like runes and try to like copy more like specific kind of things to like repair the spots that it's cracking.
It's like using the word happy versus using the word jubilant. Do they mean the same thing? Yes, but one of them means something very precise.
Yeah.
Okay. Garnet. Suddenly your mind is racing as this light overwhelms your vision entirely, and the hand that you were holding burns into blazing white hot fire. It doesn't hurt, but the heat, you feel the intensity of the heat, but no pain. And first, image after image after image after image of Elnau through your own eyes runs through your mind. Too fast for you to linger at any one point, but just every single moment from when you were 10 years old to the day that she died, flashing before you. And it keeps going past that. You are holding a screaming child wrapped up in cloth. Marison is lying in a bed, panting, years younger, sweating. her hand still on her sword, as you hold this baby girl and you see this mark on her hand, but then you just see her eyes and a kind of love that you have never experienced floods your entire body. Just a moment of absolute joy and cherishing and caring for something from a part of you that doesn't actually exist at all, which is weird. And then you watch this child through flash after flash after flash growing. Her first steps, her first words, enormous ceremonies that you have to take her to. And that's important. It's something important for her to do because there's no escaping the circumstances of her birth. And she needs to, you want her to learn all of this so that she can take care of herself, so that she can navigate these things. And then the lessons that she's having and the time away from her because you're sitting in meeting after meeting because suddenly this huge miracle happened around you and everybody wants your advice and everybody wants to talk to you. And it's keeping you from her, but you're also working hard to create a future for her and taking as much of this on as you can so that she can try to grow up. She's never going to get the chance to be a normal girl. She just isn't. That is not how the world works. But maybe you can give her some of that. And there is a moment of grief as an important treaty is signed between the Dune Riders and Brontha. And already her life is spinning out of her control, and she's too young to understand it, let alone do anything about it. And it's not right that she should be thrown into the middle of this. And it's not right that that choice is being made to save lives and heal wounds. And you go along with it. You do it anyway. And you hope that you can, over time, make up for the burden that's been inflicted on her. And she's smart. She's so smart as she's just learning in leaps and bounds and learning how to play pillars. She's so good. She's going to be able to beat you someday. It was never really your game, but you're still so happy to play with her. Moment after moment after moment. Until you are out in the middle of the desert, surrounded by Phoenix Knights, your armies. On your way to the very borders, the first time that you've taken her away from the city. And that's good. You're excited. She gets to see things that she's only read about in books and heard from the tutors that you've brought into her life in order to give her the best chance that you can. But also, she's going to be away from the safety of the city and the most precious gift, the person that you care about the most, her life is in your hands. And you've gone over the security measures over and over and over and over. And you're awakened in the middle of the night by screams and explosions and an acrid smell in the air. There's no time for confusion. You bolt out of bed, seize your mace, your shield, the golden sign of the 4 pillars with the phoenix emblazoned upon it that you wear around your neck, the sign of office that you bear, the sign of your faith in the one who has given you so many gifts, including her. And you step out. And there are machines and monstrosities and things somewhere between. There's acid being sprayed upon and the screams of warriors whose flesh is melting, the explosions of horrific devices. And you shout orders to the Phoenix Knights to take command and to get Garnet somewhere safe, fortify around her position. You've already lost so many, so it's now up to you to save them, to save her. So you walk up to a place where you can see the entire battlefield. And clear your mind and your heart. And the pathway to power that you open, just like any mage, derives from above. Even at night, that power is still with you. You open that door and you feel the burning light of the sun, the same fire that flows through you when you heal others with your hands, with your touch, garnet. And it surges into you. It flows across you. It surrounds you like an aura. It fans out from you like wings. As you call upon it to rain fire down upon these monstrosities. And suddenly it's gone. It was there a moment ago, and it's just gone. You feel alone. You've never been alone before. You have. You've been alone for 5 years, but you've never been alone like this before. It never happened. There's no reason for this to happen. You didn't do anything wrong. There's no reason to doubt yourself that Zalar wouldn't punish you like this. What is happening? There's nothing you can do from up here without that power in your hands. There's nothing you can do but watch. So, fuck that. And your mace in your hand and your shield, weapons that you have not had to wield for a very long time. And you go running down the slope, back into the fray where the Phoenix Knights are trying to hold a line around Garnet's tent. And you're ready to just crush heads and break bones for your men, for the women under your command, and for her. Because even if you feel alone right now, she shouldn't. And one by one, you watch them die. And finally, a bolt of metal embeds itself in your chest. And you fall to the ground, bleeding. Still reaching out, desperately opening that path. That isn't closed, it's just not there anymore. And everything starts to get so very, very far away from you. As you lie bleeding out in the sand, you see the flap of the tent where your daughter was staying is open. And there are little footprints going out into the desert. And you just hope that, then nothing. And then light again. A presence, a power that was taken away and pulled from you surges more than you have ever felt before. And you're far from alone, that you have so much company. There are so many other people. Flickering memories, bits and pieces, deeds and actions and personalities and emotions, just millions of them. But somehow they're flowing all around you and you're in this fire, but you are not subsumed by it. And there's still hope. And that is the last memory that passes through you. The hand that you held has burned into nothingness. Athalor and Mason, The rune circle holds, even though the light of the sun of the day burned before you. It did not pass outside this circle. It was not seen by anyone in Brontha. They will not witness this miracle. The ground around you has been burned and is still smoldering. There's a pattern etched into it. A thin layer of ash that exactly coincides with the circle that you've created. Trails of burning embers that follow from side to side. A four-pointed star within a circle, and a circle within that. The sign of the four pillars. And at its very heart, feathered wings stir.
Oh no.
There's a gasp, a breath, a first breath. And we'll be back after a short break. Don't go anywhere, folks. More Book of Dawn Ioth Academy when we return.
I want a horse.
Okay, you teleport onto the fiend, this burning horse of evil, with the saddle, which wraps itself around. And according to the saddle of the cavalier, you can't be dismounted against your will, and attacks against it have disadvantage.
And I'm gonna talk to it in Infernal, because I know Infernal to try and have the horse be friends with me.
Great, now I have to roleplay a horse.
So what does the hungry dark feel like? Do you smell anything?
I don't know if it's what I'm smelling, but it often smells a little bit like baked goods.
Well, that sounds lovely.
That does not.
Like cinnamony?
Ariana, no.
It's called the hungry dark.
Not hungry for the food. Hungry for dark.
But it's weird that it smells like something good. If it's supposed to be bad.
Are you hungry dark affiliate too? Ariana?
Huh?
Because you smell food all the time.
But I'm just hungry. I don't think I'm dark.
I know you're alone, just like me.
Get voided, moron.
Oh, excellent drawing.
Can anyone read these runes?
I don't speak primordial.
Mason and Athalor, swept up along in the fey magic of this party, said something particularly heinous about the professor who just dropped a pop quiz on them. Something incredibly insulting and a little bit louder than you intended.
Cancelled.
About Mason and Athalor, TL doesn't read. What level spell is Twit longer?
Care for the capybara.
I walk over to him.
Okay.
And I'm tired of watching this. And I slice his throat. You die with honor. And I keep sawing for a little bit, just so I get the head out. And I hold the head up above.
Blood everywhere.
For you! For you!
Hi. Okay, describe this devil's fate at the claws of Slobber Chops.
He gets like whipped around, lands on his head,
still like conscious and alive, Slobs just starts like going at his ass, just like and just disembowels him.
Oh! Like I imagine the camera pans away and you hear a sound like a wood chipper, and you just gore spewing off to the side. It's like somewhat, discretionary shot, but everybody
His
knows
legs are like,
And then Slobberchop's face comes up into the screen, covered in gore, and it just does the one lick, the one like aggressive face lick. Yep.
I hate exactly what it is. I hate everything I stand for.
You said to
Said I'm
look.
intimidating, and I gotta be more.
Oh.
Less of that. And
No. I don't think you have to be less of that. It's just that you are, and that's okay. But
I don't want to just be okay. I want to be amazing for a mate or whatever.
amazing for a mate.
Yeah.
Cardi, now you're trying to fuck.
Not that kind of mate. Like a crewmate. A life crewmate.
Sus.
Like a mate.
Wow.
Let's say Mia Hethil, because he's right in the middle of 3-player characters. So, him in particular.
I take it the burning didn't kill it.
Yeah, roll 1d10, but it's fire resistant, so.
Where is Mr. Reaction with a ward guy?
He used it. That shit's gone.
Oh, gone for forever?
Well, until his next long range. A long rest.
La 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 la. La la la.
Don't need no wards for dealing with these fucking idiots.
That should be one of your sub sounds on your channel.
That should be. Really should be.
Well, so much for my terrifying monster. Guess I'll just, die.
Pulls pin, throws pin.
18 seconds. Is that how long it'll take before those hellhounds come?
I don't know, probably. They're very fast.
Right. They can smell me.
Time's ticking.
Okay, I'll wait 18 seconds before I go back to the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And I go to the astral plane.
Oh, man. Oh, there's jack shit this creature can do about that. Okay. Whoosh. You fade from reality, surrounded by the silver mists.
Small girls, just checking.
No, grown men can live for sword, Garnet.
Well,
Would you like
I
to
could
try?
eat a soul. I could eat a soul like a snack.
But I'm more thinking.
Feathers tinted with gold. Hair raven dark, but instead of streaks of white through it, now bright yellow or goldish colors. Her wings wrap around her as she lies in the ashes, coughing. What do you do?
Athalor rips the cloak off of his gauntlet and offers her something to cover herself.
Marcel now.
What?
Looking for activity in her pupils.
The fuck?
You're back.
It really worked.
Oh. Is Argos Harm still here?
No.
So Garnet's standing alone at this, on the other side of the circle now. Where there was previously two. You did it. We did it.
It's amazing. She's back.
She pulls the cloak around herself. Every single muscle is shaking. She pushes herself off the ground, very, very unstable. And looks around at each of you. Her pupils are huge right now. Oh. Who's that?
Athalor, Mantra, Garnet, Sventisco.
What? Oh. Yeah.
There's outside Bronfer.
Okay. All right. She reaches around. She like has no vision. Garnet.
It's just kind of is stun locked by the flood of memories and doesn't really reach out or move. She just kind of looks at her in shock.
Mason would walk over.
Bring you back.
Mason walk over to Garnet and try to like, if she's just unlocked, like help her like walk forward towards Elno.
She walks over with Mason.
She can see movement and shapes, but her vision still hasn't solidified. So she like reaches out and just sort of touches your arm and then goes up to your shoulder, Garnet. And as her vision starts to clear, like she puts her hand on your head, like she's moving very almost in a panic. She grabs your head, grabs your hair. Her hand goes down your face, like almost like inspecting half of it. Just true seeing. Gem.
It's okay. No one's a miraclone. You've been dead for weeks. And we've been trying to bring you back.
What?
It's true. What do you remember?
I thought that I must have... No, Gem. That's exactly what a miraclone would say.
His hands are the gem.
She
Can you
grabs
even
it
see through it right now?
and like brings it up to her eye, runs it over each of you, holds up her own hand and looks at it, sets it down.
You're okay.
She grabs onto Garnet's arm again and like sits back down. She's no longer standing up. She just like plops down on the coat in the ashes and the embers, which don't seem to be lighting anything on fire. And so she's like sitting on the ground with her arm just grabbing onto yours up there and just like breathing.
Her arm's just like limp. She's kind of just looking down at her, kind of still in disbelief, but also pretty upset still.
I can't fucking imagine why. You're safe. You're safe. All of you are safe. Yes?
Yeah.
We're all safe.
We're
We're all
okay.
here.
The school's okay.
Now she's like inspecting her own face. And her pupils are continuing to narrow down as like her vision is starting to solidify. But it's like her brain's vision hasn't come around yet.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like going over her own face, tapping her own arm. Her wings shift and flex. And she's just quiet.
Mantra offers Garnet a shoulder to lean on if she wants it, but won't like force the issue.
Kind of standing there and just looks at the party like she doesn't really know what to say or do, or at least the right thing to say or do right now, because she's, I guess you guys could tell, like, she's upset, but it's like guilt and almost like she's blaming her now for the loss, but not directly. She knows it's her fault, but she doesn't know where to place the sadness, so it's a weird mix of emotions right now.
It's for Sunrider's Day. Garnet came here to appear at the Brontham festivities. We made a personification of Zayla. We'd been working on returning you to this realm, and Zayla offered to help in exchange for cycle continuing for another.
Okay. Okay. Where's everybody else?
The academy.
Okay. I just need to. She's like gripping, one of her hands is just gripping the ground.
Wanted to take a teleportation circle. No staff. Hence the... I thought just gestures at her.
She... oh, no, there's something else that she has to do. And she kind of comes to the realization at the same moment that I did just now. And she holds out a hand and does a twisting gesture. And the shadows cast by the fading sunlight deform and stretch away from her.
Did you say she's got golden wings now?
Like a tint at the edges. There's still the original color, but there's almost this like...
Been hue shifted a touch.
Yeah, exactly. There's been like a highlight added to it.
Am I able to tell if she's an Asmar, or like how much she's changed magically or anything?
You would roll an Arcana check with advantage because of magical creatures.
Ah. 25.
Okay, she's not an Azamar, but she has been changed slightly. This is not her original body. This is a new body, like completely different matter and substance in it. And I guess I'd say it's almost like if she was an Aurai, which is a sub race of elf. It's almost like she's now a different but related sub race of elf. So still an Aurai, but like a different type or subtype. There's absolutely a little bit of solar influence going on. But she just did a work of shadow magic. Like that was what she was checking. Her shadow magic still works.
I think we could all use some time home.
She starts to stand up.
She's like helping her up. If she's still holding her arm, she'll be like more sturdy with her arms. So if she pulls on it, like
She goes to like stop you and say no, like silently say, no, I won't take your help. And then looks up at you, Garnet, and sees you and lets you help her.
pulls her up slowly and holds on to her until she looks stable standing.
Mason will extend on the other side, not holding her, but just like ready if she like stumbles or anything.
The moment that she's standing up and like leaning on you, Garnet, her wing just like folds around you.
Angel hug.
Yeah, angel hug basically.
It's good to have you back.
You're okay. You're okay.
Let's get you
Are you
home.
okay?
She just starts kind of like helping her walk forward.
I think I'd like some water. Does anyone have water?
Yeah. Mason kind of rummaged around for a water skin. Pulls it out.
She takes it, like not letting go of Garnet, takes it and just drinks the entire thing. Just knocks the whole like half a gallon back.
Athel would offer a couple gold to Sventisco, knowing that she can navigate. She's like, can you go find like a cloak or some proper clothes to her?
And she'll go ahead and depart. I don't even know. I mean, I have so many goddamn questions.
I'm afraid if you're hungry, all I've got is candy.
Oh, she pulls out. I don't know if we have Tupperware, but I don't know how I stored
the
this.
the pulled pork bun.
The healing stew that we took from that witch's place, and maybe I don't know if one of you guys have like a fire spell of some sort to heat it up real quick. And
we got fireballs
Mason
for days.
does have create bonfire.
Oh, that wins.
So you just pop up a bonfire. She mage hands it over the fire, and then mage hands it into her mouth because she didn't bring any utensils. This is delicious. What is this?
Stew.
Why does it worry me that you said it that way? You know what? I don't care.
I mean, it's stew. I'd eat some too.
Yeah, it's stew.
We've been all over trying to find a way to get you back.
That's so... Ugh. You. That's so you.
What?
I was gonna say foolish or stupid or foolhardy, but she like taps herself for a moment. You 3.
Funny how those role models work out.
She's like looking at Garnet, and there's a lot of things she's not seeing because she's still coming to terms with existing again. Could I get insight checks from everybody?
What's on your
16,
mind,
13,
EKL now?
9.
Okay.
We are verklempt. Mason, you can tell that she has a ton of conflicting emotions right now. Fear, confusion, anger, frustration. But she is so relieved to see that Garnet is safe and that Garnet's here and that you two are safe and that you two are here. Like, all that other stuff is just not matching up to that.
There's nothing that Mason directly does, but just an existing around here will just like, when he speaks, talk like very slowly and just have like very calm, methodical like movements around her, is to try to be some kind of like calming presence. But she has a lot of emotions, so it may not help.
Did anyone fucking shit, is this another one of is this number 4? Is this gonna be a big
I don't think anyone saw. But it is on the day.
Yeah, I know.
Like a private fourth miracle.
Good. Private is good. Okay. I need to go home.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
I've been gone too long. I have to. There's so much I have to do. I have to get home. Do any of you have anything?
We're kind of here without escort. It's regular teleportation circle.
Can you just slip out? Is that going to be a problem? Is anyone going to look? She's looking at Garnet like, is anyone going to make a fuss or bother you if?
I'll escort you back to the circle. The more alarming thing is you without clothes, so when Sven gets back, that'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh.
In the meantime, Antamala became interim headmaster while you were Vapor.
She's basically doing the exact expression I'm doing, where she's like covering her face and just sort of taking everything, and then she's like, "Yep, Untamala, Vapor."
You broke the staff. There was little left, but dust and gas.
Yeah, I guess that I thought that since I'm here and not Vapor, that I had. There was always a chance it was just going to blow a hole in Onderud.
It did.
Yeah,
small one,
but not the city, the pocket, the place, and get thrown clear. That was always a possibility. A more likely possibility than this. Oh. Okay. What else?
Me and Heth will turn to our side.
Oh, good.
Emery fought off a null invasion.
Oh my god, Athalor. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sailor did me a favor too today.
got the one who did her, at least. Avenge what must be lost. Good.
Didn't think you were going to give Garnet a run for our money and being my favorite avenging creature, but it's getting close.
She looks over at Garnet. Hey.
Hey.
What's wrong? I mean, yeah, but what's wrong?
I mean, this was a big ritual to do. And it's been a long day. We've had a lot of ceremonies and stuff for my birthday. So
Is it okay if I get you something later? I mean,
Fine.
I didn't miss your birthday on purpose.
Yeah, you just flashed me, but it's fine.
Well, I didn't do that on purpose either.
Just keeps helping her walk forward or when she's ready, and
Yeah.
we have things to get to. At least I do, and let's go get you settled.
All right. Does anything else need to happen before Sven comes back with some fetching Bronthan garments, which she has sliced holes in to accommodate wings?
I think
Normally Elna
Sven's
just
my
wears
friend.
backless dresses and like a cloak over it. You know, it just cuts that problem out. But anyways, you were saying?
I think we're good for Sven to come back and clad El now.
All right. Your mother figure is... Wow, you suck.
I'm fine.
I'm fine, .jpg.
It's fine. Okay, if nobody knows, then... Shit. Somebody's gonna see me on the way out. Can we just make this...
She hands her a scroll of invisibility. She's had in her backpack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. But they're on
You can still
watch
cast
for
magic, right? Oh yeah,
they're-
you do
they're-
a shadow thing.
They're on watch for intruders. Security measures at the circle. They're going to be able to see through this. Nobody else is here with you?
I mean, we were coming. We didn't know that we were going to be bringing you back here. We've come to see Marathon and Garnet for the. We figured Brontha would be taking care of us, and admittedly they have. We did sneak away to do this, but no adults.
They're ass when it comes to our kind of magic. Okay.
So you still have your gate spell?
I have nothing. What about a place to rest? Somewhere I could be somewhere quiet and dark and private just for 4 hours.
Maybe palatial. There's always Garnet's chambers. Pretty sure her mum keeps them made up.
Yeah, I probably know some back ways there.
Okay.
Or we can call in a favor at that orphanage we visited. If you don't want to go to the Halls of Grandeur.
Yeah, there's options.
Whatever you think is smartest.
How many
Out of
Bronx
character,
Delay
would
do you want to
Sven?
see you? Oh yeah.
Would Sven know some backgrounds because her background or something?
Well, she doesn't really know the streets of Brontha nearly as well. She might have the class feature, and she's been here enough that it might work. Let me check that. if she has the urchin background, which I don't remember if she does.
Yeah. Depending on how many Vili of Bronte want to see you, we have an option in the lower town, an orphanage we visited today.
Mm-hmm.
They'd shut let us stay for a few hours, or we can go to the palace.
Oh, kids are royals.
I know.
Let's go
Or you could just die again.
No. I'm too busy. I already lost so much time. I don't have time for that shit. Would you like to go ahead and just lead her to the orphanage?
I think Sven can probably got a good mental map of a city for this.
Mm-hmm. The sun has set entirely, and as you're making your way through the throng, nobody recognizes Elle now. It's not like, there's TV or anything like that. Only those who walk in the halls of power would have any chance of recognizing her, and her appearance has changed slightly. Still, an aura is fairly uncommon, so it's a little bit conspicuous. And as she's walking, she's sort of finding her strength still. Could I have all of you roll medicine checks for me?
What are Wings doing? Oh, a 20.
All right. She's not weak, like she's been in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like she's way hyped up on caffeine. You know how kids are growing, and when they have their growth spurts and such, they also have just a ton of energy because their body's just like,
yeah,
that's what she's got. She's having trouble controlling.
She's enervated.
Yeah, she's enervated. She's like having trouble calming the fuck down, and that's why she's having difficulty with everything. Her muscles actually work fine. It's just the jitters.
That's a lot of power to be in a brand new body.
But you managed to sneak your way there without any sort of major entanglements. And as you do, you can see something burning against the sky, leaving plumes of fire and trails of sparkling embers in its path, as Inaros is now going over the city as part of the festivities. Against the night sky, the Phoenix is that much more impressive.
Is it midnight yet, or is it before midnight?
It's not midnight yet. It's just night.
Okay.
Quite the fetching look. One hell of a propaganda piece.
She's just like looking at it and thinks it's very beautiful, and sort of a sparkle in her eyes as she's kind of happy to see it.
All right. You make your way to the orphanage. The keeper of the orphanage is very happy to see you, and of course can get a private room for this person. We'd never turn somebody away. And so a couple of moments later, the kids are awake and they are supposed to be going to bed. This holiday is always a massive problem in terms of that. Bedtime, like there's stuff happening all night. Bedtime gets completely screwed up. This is normal. But they'll find you a nice place further away from the noise, with a very simple cot. It's almost like a monk's cell, not a prison cell, but just like very, very small room, bed, trunk, small window up top. And so the four of you are packed in there. The door is shut, and she sits down on the bed, looking just like at the ground. And she sees her hair, the strands of her hair where the white has been replaced with gold. She grabs it and twists it and like, what is this? What? Oh, what?
It seems each of our resurrections was a little flavored by our favorite deity.
Favorite. Whew. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Garnet, unless you stop her, she is going to hug you.
She steps back.
Yeah, and it's like a turbocharged, I just got resurrected and my entire body and muscles are full of too much life energy hug.
Yeah, definitely like maybe she's a little fast for her, so she's kind of like jump back, and maybe you should just sit and rest.
I'm just glad you're alive. I'm so glad you're, oh my. You're alive.
So are you.
She's like relieved at you being alive and at everyone else being alive, and you say, so are you, and she doesn't say it, but she's kind of, the expression is kind of like, yeah, I am.
Is there a time, like a clock anywhere that we can look at, or
Yeah, there'd be one somewhere around. If sunset was, let's see, it's summer, so sunset would probably be at like 7 at this latitude, longitude. You know, they're fairly close to the equator and actually fluctuates less there. So we'll say sunset sometime around like, 6:30 or so. And it took you an hour or two to get back, so it's around 8:30 or 9. So you've got a few hours before midnight, and she's actually going to be done with her long rest, which takes 4 hours, at like midnight 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like she's basically just says like, I can get us home, but I did not come back with any spell slots. Give me a long rest and we'll talk. And maybe some spell components because she doesn't have anything with her.
You want to stay for the midnight celebration, right, Garnet?
Yeah. But if you guys want to head back, I won't be too long. I'll come right back.
No, we can stay.
Wouldn't mind some FaceTime with the moon.
Okay, well, we should call for an escort for her then.
I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to a party. I'm just... Give me a chance to rest, and I will take us all home when I'm done. When I've had a chance to sleep on it. She looks again at her, like, gold-tinged feathers. Still in disbelief.
Ruby and Cyrus can help take care of her as well.
Oh,
We can enter the temple.
Maybe we should just keep them out of it until we reconvene with council and
Ruby and Cyrus.
Something
They're going to want to go to the celebrations and stuff. This is important to them, right? Don't just, let them.
You can stay with her.
Okay. She'll just have Una step forward and kind of pull at sheets or whatever and just be like annoying, and I can leave Una and we can communicate through that. And she kind of looks at the sending stone that obviously no longer works, so she doesn't have hers anymore, and make another one of these, I guess.
Oh, you She like looks at the stone and it occurs to her that hers got completely obliterated and that you were still carrying it around. And the import of that is not lost on her. No one knows I'm here. And we'll let you know if anything happens. And I'd like to see anyone try right now. Just...
And Una kind of mimics her like, "Arr!" and just, well,
if you need to get a hold of us, just talk to Una, and I'm close enough, or else they'll come find me.
Yeah, you better stay here. I don't know how they'd feel about you running around. She's talking to Una.
Yeah, lots of places where that guy will burn.
You go. You go. Have fun. Yeah.
She 180s and leaves without anything else.
When you leave,
see you
she's like
later.
sitting on the edge of the bed with her hands on the edge there, just sort of like processing and staring at the wall, staring through the wall.
Take some time. We're glad you're back. You owe us so much.
That annoys her. Like through the haze of like existential crisis and new body and what do you mean I was dead and all that stuff. Athor says that and she's like, oh. And the lot of you can depart. You have a few hours before midnight, which is I think when Inaros was going to take you for a ride. Was that correct?
Yeah, but
I have a lot of details bouncing around in my head, and I lost some of my notes last time, so thank you.
When Garnet leaves the
Jill-
room, where do you go?
I just wait for y'all outside.
Okay. Doesn't emerge into Brontha. If Garnet's waiting outside, I thought, what was it like?
Me or who? I'll know.
But no, for you in the ritual.
I think I got a lot of memories from my dad back. So that was a lot up until he passed at the attack. So that's a lot to take in, but I think we should. I want to report this to the priesthood for midnight, and although there wasn't many to witness it, I still think Salar's gift should be known to Brontha.
Maybe.
I think that's your call to make out of anyone here. So
Maybe it doesn't have to be tonight.
Yeah,
what's the difference
well,
of tonight or tomorrow?
the midnight part of festivities is renewal and Salar's promise, and I think it fits, and it would, I think, may make a lot of people happy that he's still around watching over us. And I should tell my mom too. So, but don't let me stop you from enjoying anything. I just need to go clear that up.
When you're done working, I'll still be here.
All right. Well, don't have too much sky wine or whatever without me.
No
Don't give her
promises.
any.
I'm told I do look 18, so.
We'll have an appropriate amount, probably.
Right. And I guess we'll bring them to the Calor's court, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Try to find Marison.
Okay. It takes you like a good. Are you all going together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It takes you like a good hour or so to find her, bringing us up to 9:30. And she's going over the security protocols for the next thing that's going to happen, as she's basically been doing this entire time. But you can see that she is very distracted. She has washed her face since last you saw her, when she was ugly crying. But she still got like the red puffy eyes and such. Fortunately, She's also in her middle-aged or so. So staying up this late, she can blame it on just being up for 24 hours, basically.
True.
When you walk in, she looks over at the three of you and like jolts or perks up, and she is asking you a question with her eyes. She talked to Mimosus before he left. So she's kind of doing
And she kind of like looks up at her, and she has her own ugly cry eyes right now, and looks at her and looks down in sort of a unspoken response that is sad.
all right, that's not what she was expecting. And because of that, she's going to get rid of everyone else in the room. Again.
Get out.
Some of like the different sergeants of the guard and such like that, they see you walk in, and they all like some of them stop and they kind of tidy up their papers for a moment and just wait. And then when they see Marisan turn around, they're just like, yep. And they start walking out like they're already getting ready for this.
Did you arrange an audience with council, priesthood, whoever important?
What? Yeah, I can do that. Did it? Is she?
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, we can just do this before midnight or at midnight. I guess it fits the theme, but just thought I would share our findings, I guess.
Okay. We'll do Kalos Court in an hour. High Priest Wallagash, the Priest King, whoever they think should be there. That's clergy stuff. Okay. She is trying not to cry again.
Looks at the party to see if they have anything to ask her or midnight or anything.
Athalor just giving like a solemn bow of his head, like a "I'm sorry for your loss" kind of vibe.
Yeah, Mason the same. So respecting the space.
She will reciprocate in that same sort of like, yeah, I'm on the verge of tears, but I am the fucking general, so reverence, loss of soldiers, that kind of vibe takes over. She's a little bit more closed off after that, just to kind of cope with what she's feeling. But if there's anything else that all of you need or want, she's still listening to you.
I thought I'd ask if I have any of those leftover candles from the Sunset Festival.
Yes, everywhere. I'll have some brought.
Gotta take one out on the balcony.
Mm-hmm. Here. Hey. Votive candles. 1, 3.
Just one will do, unless
just
anyone else
she'll go
wants
ahead
to
and grab it, and it's clearly already been lit and extinguished. It's not like a fresh one. Sorry. And she'll hand it over to you.
Vicious symbols. They're meant to be lightly used.
Yeah.
Bring it to the balcony, you said?
Yeah.
Mind if I join you?
Feel free. We've all lost people. And Athor just walks out to, presumably there's a balcony of this part of the palace, and lights the candle again, and talks about it, thinks about his mum.
Garnet, if everyone else walks out, if you don't go with them, then Marasan will like crack a little bit. Have a couple of, squelched sobs where your whole chest is heaving, but you're like squelching up your face to not let it out.
She kind of stands there and doesn't know how to comfort her because it's kind of like a self-blame scenario, and she also doesn't want to crack and ugly cry more, so she kind of just bows her head and follows the friends.
All right. When you get out there, Athlor has a candle lit on the balcony, and he is... You know what? Let me check something real quick.
Staring off into the middle distance.
Yes.
Mason just be like kind of behind them, also just kind of staring off.
Real quick.
Oh.
Every year, because my lunar cycle makes fucking sense, unlike the real one. Every year, as it just so happens that on Zalar's day, it's a full moon. It's the last day of the full moon. So that light is now shining down on you as you stand there with your candle.
A lot of words at midnight.
Stands next to them and I'm wondering what they're doing, and you guys praying? Am I interrupting?
Just
no.
Remembering.
Yeah, you're fine. I wanted to give you space to talk to your mom if you wanted to, but
Thing to say. This is a long day.
very long day, a lot of feelings, emotions, a lot to be proud of too.
Longest in a while. There's a comfortable disconnect when it's just fighting in peril, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if it goes wrong, we probably won't have to think about it tomorrow. But whatever happens today in the next few hours, we're probably all gonna have to wake up tomorrow and feel it again. Got a bit more weight to it.
Yeah. But I'm glad that we all get to be here to feel these things, right? Kind of gesturing towards the candle that Thor is holding. I think sometimes it's worth remembering just a little bit more than times appreciating, you know?
Yeah, so you got to see her?
Yeah. Zaylar took me down into one of their crypts, exchanged some ashes with me, and I was so far away. Far away from any realm or plane. And it was just me and her. And I got to have the goodbye that the Mirror Keeper stole from me. Zaylar called it justice. I think it might have just been a little kindness. I think they do that. I'm really glad we came today. So, thanks for bringing us.
Thanks for being here.
Athalor looks down at the candle. Ivara and Castle Tenera. And blows it out.
And the smoke curls up, illuminated by the light of the moon, until it gracefully dissipates.
Back in the cycle. To Carlos Court then.
Yeah.
Do you have a speech planned, or are you going to wing it?
Dang it, I guess.
I don't.
People supposed to write these things.
Oh, you're the one with good handwriting. If I read a speech, you wouldn't be able to read it.
True.
I'm going to set up the court. Let me know when you want to open the doors and go in.
Sounds good.
I don't need like time. You can do that now if you feel like it, but otherwise the scene is yours.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay. Upon arrival, even though it is 10:30 at night and midnight is approaching, inside Calor's court, it is day, as it always is. In accordance with your requests, and please forgive me if I'm not going to put all of them on the map, but let's just go ahead and assume, for the sake of argument, that there are a number of high-ranking clergy of Zalar, senior flame followers in a variety of garb, pulled away from the festivities and the ceremonies that are all going on, but not unhappily so. As for the council, Pothinus is there, Wallagash is there, Marison is there, and Inaros is not there.
What the fuck? Like in Phoenix joyriding over there?
Well, you know, I'm not going to tell you. You don't know. You don't know why he's there. But like nobody else from the council is here. Well, actually, you know what? Let me go back. Did you ask your mom to get the council or the clergy?
So council, priesthood, and anyone important.
Okay, then Inaros is there.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody would be in. If it was just the priesthood, I was rolling to see if he would have heard about it and been like crashing the party, basically. But he was specifically summoned.
Forgetting someone.
Okay. Wallagash perks up, like wearing the stoles and the works, and sweet smell of incense burns throughout the entire place because Pothinus is still carrying Pyre Lighter, the relic, the incense burner that Calor the Prophet brought out of the desert when he invoked the first miracle and effectively founded Brontha. Blessed child, your mother says you bear tidings.
Yeah, may I approach to speak?
We hear you gladly.
It's gonna maybe.
Do you want Wallagash's podium?
Yeah, kind of.
He will.
Oh yeah, boss ass.
He'll step aside.
Why I never.
No, not at all. He's just like curious to see what you're gonna say.
He's kind of like looking back at King Pothinus, and I guess she'll maybe, as she's saying this, turn to him and
You know
make
what?
sure that
He's gonna get off of his throne. And he'll stand to the side, so you don't have to like crick your neck. He's not standing down in front of you, but like side to side instead of all the way down. He even steps down a couple of steps from you.
Damn.
She kind of just tries to straighten out and make this a proper speech. Brothers, sisters, keepers of the flame. I speak of what was witnessed, not in a dream or a vision, but the truth. The fourth miracle has come to pass.
Oh,
a fourth miracle never.
Just kind of pauses and Ika now, the Archmage of Ioth Academy, lives once more.
Collective gasp. Not like, all at once.
Like a
but just
drama. Gasps in Spanish. We gathered to remember, and during this silence, there was a light, and not of arcane nature, but holy. And from this light, she emerged, whole and happy and alive. She had memory and will. And this was the hand of Zalar, our sovereign and of light and renewal. And I felt his presence there. And this is the truth. This is the fourth miracle. And the dead rise, not in shadow, but in light. And she steps back from the podium.
Roll a performance check, please. I would also allow persuasion.
Okay, that's...
Fireworks go off behind you.
I'll debate. I have a debate class.
Oh,
die.
hell yeah.
Ooh, busting
For the
that out.
better.
Okay, at 21.
I forgot I had that for the longest time.
I would like all of you to please roll insight checks with advantage, because the light of the moon, the light of the pearl does indeed shine down upon you.
18.
19.
Okay.
Sorry to warm up you, bud.
Yeah, well.
It's excitement. It's absolutely excitement and awe, mixed in with some confusion.
Elna was dead.
I'm pretty sure Brontha knew it.
Brontha knew.
Like,
Brontha 100% knew.
Mm.
And I would say like confusion, but shock. The vibe overall is like, oh, another miracle happened. We didn't know about it. That's great. There's a fourth miracle, but there's also like this. What? Ugh.
Like they don't believe me, or
No. Well, did you roll an insight check yet?
oh wait, oh sorry, oh fuck, okay, I guess I don't know.
I think I nailed that.
Athalor
Nailed it.
and Mason. They believe Garnet, but they're confused by its truth. Without a higher roll, I'm not going to tell you much more than that. They're like, okay, yeah, this thing happened, but why did Zalar do that? And it's not everybody in the room. It's not like the entire congregation is feeling that way. But there is this undercurrent of that.
What's Marison's reaction?
She has a lot of feelings right now. Ooh, and you rolled a 9. You know what? Separate check. This is your mom. This is a specific check.
Targeted insight.
Insight? Oh.
Yeah. Okay. She
Cross her
is
teeth.
heartbroken. She is happy. She is a little angry, a little resentful, and she is proud of you.
She kind of, I guess, once everyone's kind of settling, she's like looking at King Pothinus, like, do you, for his reaction and sort of if he wants the podium back and how he wants to lead things going forward.
Yeah, I think that he would step forward. Not like pushing you aside, more like inviting you to stand beside him. For the pillars and for now the miracles. The sun shines into the darkness everywhere it is found. Let us rejoice. And I think he's going to lead everybody in Calor's benediction, which is the sort of really long prayer at the beginning of the book. And it's one of those moments where, and he's also like incensing the entire place. Can Firelighter, like, I think I wrote down its capabilities. But yeah, prayer, he basically, as there's this confused hubbub, he steps up and he basically tells everybody through religious ceremony and rites and stuff, the correct response to this is, this is a good thing, and you should all act like it's a good thing. He doesn't come out and say that as much, but that's the vibe that he is leading everyone. Firelighter, that's what I was looking up. Inaros is beaming. Standing very tall. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? When I wrote down Firelighter's capabilities, I didn't actually detail everything. It just says prayer, mega.
Mega prayer. Yeah, good shot, prayer.
I activate mega prayer. All right. So, yeah, he is absolutely going to... you guys don't really need temporary hit points. You know what? Fuck it. Mass blessing. You are all blessed until midnight.
Blessed.
For 24 hours, actually. You're blessed for 24 hours.
Wow.
Ooh,
Wow. Golly
King
gee.
Pothinus.
People have questions. Are you answering questions, or are you just like saying your piece and then dipping?
Oh, time for the press junket.
Like if I were to walk by and like stand next to Marison, they would still try to ask, or
No, they're not going to like come up to you. They
okay.
might speak them aloud.
Why, Elna?
Like what? Like, I mean, if they speak out loud, that's their freedom.
No, you know what?
just
I
don't
think
stand-
they want to, but you didn't get to be priest king by being a wuss. He did, however, get to be priest king by rolling a fucking natural 1.
Holy fuck!
Holy bro cannot control this crowd, unfortunately. Oh, Spidermana's got
Fuck
shit.
you,
Hey.
Garnet.
Okay. A couple of people are like,
This bitch lies!
what did you see? Where did this happen? Why did we not behold it? How has the Archmage earned Zalar's grace? All right. You know what?
Oh.
He's a lion man. When he loses control of that, he's going to use his outdoor voice.
Oh, boy.
And he basically says, enough! The time for debate and discussion can wait. The time for gratitude and prayer is now. Everyone shuts up.
She kind of like shudders as he like starts screaming right next to her, and she kind of straightens up and
Yeah.
realizes he's
That was a
calming everyone
lion roar,
down.
right? That was a deep like roar. You gotta play it on YouTube. I can't do that shit. But anyways, that was very much a like in your court sort of thing. He will say like quietly aside to you, the clergy will have questions, as will I. But I take thanks in the Sunrider's grace upon us. And I know that the Archmage Restored will be an ally and an important vessel of this fight.
She takes a moment and is kind of sad, a little nervous, but kind of calms down and stays sad and remembers that she sort of tried to resist the dad trying to trade, and she was like, no, and then he kind of offered and still went along with it, so I don't question his will. And that's all she says.
Okay.
And we'll step down unless for him, I guess, to do his speech. And we'll
He
join,
will
I guess, the rest.
place a hand on your shoulder, clearly intended to be a comforting gesture, because he just knocked a 22 on his insight, and he can tell that you have a lot of inner turmoil right now. He's not going to challenge it. He himself said the time for questions is later. He's not going to go back on himself, but he is going to give you a reassuring on the shoulder, a gesture of support, and then turn back to continue to lead
when he
everyone in
does
prayer.
that,
Mhm.
she'll like, as she's being sad, she'll look up at him and whisper, I couldn't bring him back. No one could. And as like a kind of regretful, remorseful delivery before kind of smiling at his gesture and kind of nodding her head in respect and heading down to listen to his speech.
Before you go, when he hears that, he'll say, rumbly, quietly, just to you, how would he word this exactly? If this is the gift that he has chosen for you, I have always trusted in his wisdom. I thought once that the Sunrider would call him to this throne, not I. But if I have been anointed to lead Brantha, your father had an even higher calling.
And she smiles at that, not ever thinking of it that way, and kind of shifted her perspective a bit in a good way. And just the smile is, showing thanks enough, and
Cool.
goes back.
It's a real smile, not the kind that like doesn't go up to your eyes, though.
Good, genuine one.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, then he's going to go ahead, and there's no like specific prayers for this, It's not like they say, okay, the miracle happened. Open up Nestor chapter 33 and do a reading. That shit doesn't happen. So yeah, he's basically winging it at this point. And they're not going to do this forever because midnight will be approaching. But you can tell all amongst the clergy, there's a ton of questions, and there's a ton of just like, what? Again, a lot of people are just like, oh wow, they brought the Archmage back. That's incredible. That's so cool. That's great. And some of them are like, the Archmage? Zalar brought back the Archmage.
Why?
But unless you're like digging into it, you're not really going to hear much more than that. There is no formal ceremony because like Pothinus did not expect you to say, by the way, fourth miracle happened, no one was watching. So he like blesses everybody, leads them in some prayers, and then it's gonna be midnight soon. Everybody needs to go do that with increased vigor and zeal. So people start to like head out.
Kind of lets Marison, I guess, field kind of stays next to her. So if anyone approaches us, like she kind of lets her field them. And
she doesn't field any questions. She basically says, "The priest king has spoken."
You better not.
Inaros does walk up to you, gives you a slight bow, and say, "You have been well chosen, Garnet Tosaka. General." And he moves on.
He like smiles a bit bigger and fucking darting. That's funny.
Okay, you have some time before midnight. How do you want to spend it? Athelor, Mason, is there anything specific that you want to do? Also, Cyrus would be here for this. I know we've been kind of sidelining him because that's been somewhat deliberate for a couple of reasons. And Ruby's been here. So like, not only did they get to go home for this big holy day and they got to hang out with their cool classmate who's also, this princess shit, but like, oh wow, this happened too. We're having the best day ever.
We're in Kalo's court.
I am gonna push them to a side for a bit because I do want to give Mason and Athelor a chance to do anything that they wanted before midnight.
It's been a long day. Let's actually acquire some Skywine, just get a little bit.
Skywine is kind of hard to come by here in Brontha. It's not like a regular thing, It comes from the Sky Kingdom. Shit. It's a lot more common in Ioth Academy. Someone here probably has it, but like private reserve, you know what I mean? And because Naramu, the Naramans like burned everything when they left. They destroyed their when they migrated, they salted their fields, burned the vineyards, like destroyed all of their homes. They left wasteland for the Sinister Horde and anyone else who wanted to come take their lands. Which means that the lovely Naraman wine is, in a few years, there won't be any more. So that you can get at if you want.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it doesn't have that crisp, clear spring water dryness that the Skywine does. But it's good. It's just a completely different kind of good.
Guess we shouldn't develop a bougie palate at 15 years old. So we'll have some of the less good stuff.
Aren't you? No, 16.
Every wine
16,
snob
16.
is born young,
It's true. It's true. All right. So Sven and Mason are drinking. She's not trying to get fucked up. She's just having a glass or two,
Same, yeah. Glass or two
relax,
for sure.
get that nice loose feeling in the muscles.
Offer some to Athelor if he wants.
I could use a glass. It's been a day.
Garnet, you interested?
Was there anything specific that you wanted to do this evening?
No, most of Athelor's interest is at midnight. Do a little Rialta prayer.
Okay. All right. So Garnet, just a little bit of drinking and relaxing before you go on your magic carpet ride?
Yeah, and if anyone has questions, she'll direct them to Marison. Unless it's Inaros or someone that she actually has a friendship with or something.
Inaros has to go get ready for his thing because he is the Phoenix Rider. He's got this special little thing going on and it's a very ceremonial role. But he knows that, he can make time for you at any time. So he's not going to harass you with questions. Move forward to midnight or do investigating or anything else. Your call.
And that's fine by me.
Okay. At midnight, the temple in the north, the northern temple, Yes. Which corresponds with water and winter and rebirth. And there's another correspondence that I can't remember at the moment, but that's fine. This is the temple where Athalor was reborn.
Woo.
And the traditional celebration here, if you remember the dead at dusk, at midnight, you celebrate change, both change that you have undergone and almost like a New Year's resolution thing, where how do you want to change? How do you want to be reborn? How do you want to live the rest of your life starting today? And it's also the end of the celebrations. Now, obviously, the celebrations go on for hours and hours later at after parties and stuff. But like formally, parents say, "Okay, kids, it's midnight. We did the prayers. You're going to bed now." And so things kind of start to dissipate after that point. Athalor and Mason, because you're VIPs, you can be anywhere that you want to. Remember that the temple in the north, the northern temple, the fourth pillar temple, is also a ziggurat with this platform at the top. And usually the only people who are up at the actual top are like the priests and the people. Wallagash is there leading the big, renewal rites and such. The only ritual that involves water at the fire temple. But so everyone else is like down in the streets and such. But you can be wherever you want to be. Is there where particular that you want to be?
Garnet during this is going to be riding on the thingy, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Athalor would go back to where he was reborn, if possible, on the ziggurat.
Yeah, that was it was actually a fountain in the exact same location that the ash pit in the Temple of Death was found, at that same heart. That is not a place that people are allowed, except people who were born there. So, yes, you can go there.
I think Mason would want to be kind of like where everybody are, or everybody else is, like just on the streets, witnessing it, getting the feel from there.
All right, Cyrus and Ruby and Sven and Mason are all down there. Garnet, you effectively get brought backstage where Inaros is gearing up. Even though no one's probably going to be able to see him, his armor is still polished. It's that black with gold trim and stuff. It's all been shined up to the absolute perfection. The Phoenix itself is like just over there. It's giving off so much light. It's impossible for people not to see it, even when it's sort of secluded. The saddle is on, and it's just kind of, it's not like moving around like a bird or anything. It's mostly just perched and, on fire. Inaros is readying everything, and he rises to his feet upon your entry.
Everything ready to go?
It would be my honor for you to join me.
Okay, and she like kind of fixes her hair, or just like, even though they're going for a ride, she just kind of, it was the first time sort of freshening up since everything happened, and just kind of like pushing up like or wiping any mascara that would have ran anywhere, and she's gonna look, because she doesn't have a mirror. She's like looking down to see, okay, do I still stuff there, and kind of is like approaching him like, do you?
Inaros has a mirror, and when he sees you doing all this stuff, he makes it readily available to you. It's full body.
It's got like a rune on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mirror.
Surprise!
PTSD.
Plot twist. You're dead.
We will see you next episode on Book of
That was. She kind of like jumps back, sees the rune. Don't scare me like that. And she's like fixing her makeup.
My sincere apologies.
Good. Do I need to wear anything special?
Impeccable.
And holds her hand out, waiting for him to hold his hand out. And
Yeah, absolutely. The Phoenix like down its wings so that you can hop up on top, and he'll sit in the back, let you sit just in front of him. Reins are all together, and this one's going to be a little bit more acrobatic.
Oh.
Hold on. I'll not
Grips harder.
I'll not let you fall. And then, as midnight comes around and the city is filled with quiet singing, but when it's so many voices, it becomes this. It's less loud as much as it has a great deal of momentum. It's not fast, but it's everywhere. And as this song begins to rise through the streets, the phoenix spreads its wings and beats them, and embers and sparks fly in every direction, and you once more leap up into the sky. And because this is very much supposed to be showy, he's not just going in circles. It's diving and spiraling, and there's some like aerobatics going on.
Rest in peace, your hair. Hope you're wearing it up.
Oh, I'm not doing well on this. I'm not having a good time.
Do not puke. Do not.
I don't
do not
puke, but I'm just
It'll-
like holding.
It'll light on fire, and you'll have to smell it.
Ew.
No one likes burning puke. Smell like a brother.
No.
Because we're going so fast that no one really notices from the outside, but like even
He
notice
can't
like
see your
her
face.
shoulders being tense and
Mhm.
her holding on, and yeah.
He has his like
not
arms
having a good
around you as he's flying the thing because it mostly knows what it's doing. So his hands are just on the reins for show. They're mostly there to be around you. And I'm gonna go to Athalor in a moment. But there is one thing he says in a moment where you're not moving so fast that the wind is rushing past your ears. Calor worked but one miracle. That's all he says.
And just kind of takes a moment to think and count and oh, I wish this one wasn't so sad. And but she still tries to enjoy the ride and forget what he said.
You failed. All right, Athalor, you are down in this quiet heart of the temple where there's a fountain mixed with ashes. It's not like sludge. It's more like there's ashes sort of in the bottom of it. Water represents rebirth and winter and things lying fallow for a time before they rise again. You're alone down here. You can hear distant echoes through the stone tunnels of the city's songs and a couple of oohs and ahs at the phoenix. But other than that, you're totally alone.
Athel takes out Arth's quill and lets it like float on top of the water gently.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks into it and thinks of Rialta's loneliness on the moon. I met your brother today. They're nice. I can see why you might miss each other. I think they miss you. I'm sorry you didn't get to see them while they were walking the mortal plane. They exchanged that mortal body on this day to return Elnau to us. And in return, we had to let some people go into the cycle once more. Garnet and I are both losing someone today. But It's never easy, even when it's what we'd call right by the circle. I need guidance on what to do next. I need to stop my uncle. But Mum told me maybe I could redeem my father. He might be too far gone. It might put everyone else in danger to be selfish enough to put a member of my family above the health and security of the realm. Just guide me.
You plus 1 XP. You can see a reflection in the water. It's not a mirror. And in this heart of holiness, Imago's servants shouldn't dare to show their shimmering faces. But in that reflection, on your own face, tears that you feel in your heart, but that are not loose in the world, are reflected in the pool. But each one shines with silvery moonlight. And one by one, they fall or fly upwards in the reflection. And as each of them does, it becomes a shimmering arrow. And you see a hand as dark as a moonless night, limned with the lights of heaven, faint and flickering in their splendid colors, constantly shifting and shaking. And it reaches to your cheek, and you see it only in the water, but you feel it touching you. Cold, very cold, but the cold of soothing a headache, or plunging into water on a hot summer's day. The kind of cold that brings down swelling and grounds you when you're spiraling. And gently wipes the tears and then places them in your hand. And you, though you don't see them in the mortal realm, you feel them. And they're filled with so many different things, every tear. Some of them can be joy, some of them can be grief, frustration, anger, desperation. And they can strike many places. When Raelta pulls her shimmering bow and looses the tears that she sheds for all those who suffer in the world below, you have seen it strike ruin and terror into the spawn of Tillabek that seek ever to consume her. And you know that you have that power. Your magic, your resolve can kill and destroy when it has to. And it can also strike at the heart. There have been times when you have had to break the ice around the hearts of the people who you love with your words. You have moved them. And you hold both of those powers in your hand, in the invisible quiver of your soul. You know how to wield both of them. And you may need to be ready to wield both of them. And then it's just you in the fountain. But the cold touch lingers on your cheek for a little while. Want to end it here? Seems like a good place to end it, unless you had something else you're going to say. Okay. We will see all of you next time on Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy.